You have a book coming out, lessons. Like, how important is spreading the learnings, the failures, the lessons?
Man, it's timing, too. It's timing, figuring out when you're ready to, like, sort of tell that story. I wrote a book, man, and I tell you, if anybody else that never did that, it's one of the craziest processes ever. And I literally went on an emotional roller coaster. Because it's called Lessons from Papa. My grandfather got murdered my senior year in high school, right, by 5 teenagers. And my granddad was my best friend. I mean, that was my right-hand man. I lost my grandmother when I was 8, and my grandfather, he had the first black-owned service station in North Carolina. So in my book, I'm talking about that. And through the process of writing the book, some of the stuff I hadn't talked about,
you had to relive it a bit.
I had to relive it. And I did the audio for my book, too. So it was one thing writing it. So I got videos of when I was doing the audio book of, like, just breaking down, because it's like therapy, right? They tell black people, you don't need to talk to about nobody. But this was like therapy for me. You know what I mean? So in my book, I talk about all of that. So it's dope to be able to tell your story. You know what I mean? So people, get a chance to see the good and the bad that comes with it.
And you mentioned therapy. Everybody get a therapy. Everybody do therapy. I think it's really important and gives you perspective. Like literally what my therapist does is she's amazing, and I wish I could plug her, but I can't. But she will always lead me back to myself. I'll say a bunch of crazy, a bunch of things I'm going through, the things that I'm thinking, and she might even just sit there and be like, now what do you think? I'd be like, now that I said it, there's another perspective that I have about it. And there's something nice about having that bounce board that's skilled and has the tools to bring you back to yourself. And that's what I like about the book, too. It's like you open up that chamber being vulnerable, and I think you reap a lot of dope benefits from doing that. And the more we can encourage each other to do that, I think the better.